Good afternoon. I hope everybody is enjoying this nice, beautiful day outside. Today is Kid Tuesday, and we are going to finish up our book, Dear Pope Francis, Letters of Children to Pope Francis. I've really enjoyed this book, and I hope that you have too. So here is a letter from Basia, who is age 8, from Poland. There is her picture and her drawing. Dear Pope Francis, I would like to ask you, is your profession hard? And were you liked? And who did you want to be at my age? My name is Basia. I'm 8 years old. I like the color green. Dear Basia, I have to admit something. When I was your age, I wanted to be a butcher. Now don't be astonished. You know why? I used to go to the market with my grandmother, and I'd see a butcher I liked. He was a large fellow, and he had a long apron with a big pocket in front. When my grandma would pay, he would put his hands in the big pocket. It was full of money, and he would give the change to my grandma. I thought he was a very rich man. All this really affected me, and I wanted to be like him. It's funny, but I have to confess this to you. Pope Francis. But I'm sure his profession is very hard. The next letter is from Michael, who is age 9, from Nigeria. And there is his drawing. Dear Pope Francis, how can you settle conflicts in the world? Nigeria has had its fair share of conflicts. Dear Michael, we have to help people of goodwill speak about war as something bad. The reason people wage war is to get more power and more money. The real cause of war is selfishness and greed. I can't resolve all the conflicts in the world, but you and I can try to make the earth a better place. People suffer, and even your drawing captures a sense of sadness. I can see that you know about conflict, but there is no magic wand. We have to convince everyone that the best way to win a war is not to wage one. I know that's not easy, but I'm going to try, and I ask you to try too. Count me in on that trying as well. I would love to not have to send anybody to war. The next letter comes from Nastya, who is age 10 in Russia. And there is a picture. Dear Nastya, what a beautiful drawing. I can tell that you are... Oops, I didn't read the question, did I? Okay, so her question is, my name is Nastya. I live in Russia. This year I made my first communion. I would like to ask you what I, as a child, can do to increase the number of Christians in my age group. Thank you. Goodbye. Interesting question. Dear Nastya, what a beautiful drawing. I can tell that you are used to seeing icons and praying with them. You really have a wonderful wish to increase the number of those who love Jesus and who seek him. This is very beautiful. I support you. The best way to fulfill your wish is to pray to Jesus that the number of his followers will increase. And pray for pastors, for religious men and women, and for all those who proclaim the gospel. But most of all, it's up to you. Give your witness as a Christian where you live, with your family, among your friends, and in your city. You have to be a witness of the faith that you hold in your heart. Pray and be a witness to the love of Jesus. Tell the story of Jesus Christ so all may experience God's love. The next letter is from Faith, who is age 8, from Singapore. And there's her picture. Dear Pope Francis, Number 1, why do you need that tall hat? Number 2, why do some saints have the wounds? I'm guessing the wounds of Christ. Dear Faith, in your drawing, I have my tall hat, and your hair is blowing in the wind. We are hand in hand. Thank you for this wonderful picture. My tall hat is the symbol or sign that I am a bishop. I put it on for some special occasions and during Mass. Once in a while I change it, but I like the one I had in Argentina, in Buenos Aires. When I would come to Rome before becoming Pope, I would bring 2 hats. One all white for celebrations with the Pope, and my other normal one for some celebrations I had here in Rome. And I still have that hat with me. You also asked me about the wounds of the saints. Yes, some saints, like St. Francis of Assisi, had the stigmata, what we call the wounds of Christ, the wounds of Jesus. These saints loved Jesus so much that they wanted to become like him. They wanted to imitate him. So Jesus gave them their gift, to have the same wounds as he had. In other words, they became like Jesus in their bodies. But be careful, not everyone who has wounds is a saint. Pope Francis. Our next letter is from Joaquin, who is 9, from Peru. And there's his picture. Dear Pope Francis, why are there not as many miracles anymore? Lots of people ask that question. Dear Joaquin, who told you this? It's not true. There are miracles even now. Every day there are miracles, and there are plenty of them. For example, there is the miracle of people who suffer and still do not lose their faith. So many people suffer and continue to remain faithful to Jesus. This is a miracle, a great miracle. I'm also thinking about our martyrs in the Middle East who are killed because they refuse to deny Jesus. This is another great miracle. And then, yes, there are healings. But most of all, there are everyday miracles, like the miracle of life and the miracle of good works that change people's hearts. You know that you can recognize them. I've experienced many miracles. No, they're not the spectacular kind. I have never seen the dead come back to life. But I have seen many daily miracles in my life. Many. What miracle have you seen today? Our next letter is from William, who is age 7, from the United States of America. And there is his picture. Dear Pope Francis, if you could do one miracle, what would it be? Dear William, I would heal children. I've never been able to understand why children suffer. It's a mystery to me. I don't have an explanation. I ask myself about this and I pray about your question. Why do children suffer? My heart asks the question. Jesus wept, and by weeping, he understood our tragedies. I try to understand too. Yes, if I could perform a miracle, I would heal every child. Your drawing makes me think. There is a big dark cross and a rainbow and the sunshine behind it. I like that. My answer to the pain of children is silence, or perhaps a word that rises from my tears. I'm not afraid to cry. You shouldn't be either. Pope Francis. I ask the same question. That is our book, Dear Pope Francis. I hope you enjoyed these weeks of hearing those stories. Maybe you could write a letter and ask a question, or call your pastor, or call me, or whatever, and ask a question. Always glad to talk about those questions that leave us wondering and growing and searching. Have a great day and enjoy the sunshine. God's blessings to you.